video is about my most recent mural project. I was commissioned by Marrow PDX, which is a teen empowerment alternative education space run by a super awesome lady named Dalen, who happens to be a patron and supporter of my artwork for a few years now. And she's awesome because she believes in creating a safe place for teens to kind of explore themselves, and also she encourages them to question the system versus blindly accepting it. And I think that that's the most important thing right now for the future. So she just moved into a new space and she wanted me to decorate, do some murals on the bathrooms, because when she moved into the space, the bathrooms of course had the binary gender specific restroom plaques. So the first thing she did was rip those off, and she thought of me to do some non-binary, just whimsical art murals on the restroom doors. And so I did, and it was wonderful. I loved it. I love the space. It's really great. As a kid growing up in Venice Beach, California, there wasn't always a lot of opportunity for low-income level children to explore themselves and to really educate themselves and discover arts. So a wonderful organization sprang up called the Venice Arts Mecca, and I was involved with that along with a bunch of other kids. We were considered underprivileged, and it really changed our lives, you know. To this day, pretty much every kid that I know that survived childhood in Venice Beach, they're all artists. And sadly, the ones that really didn't survive or thrive or have died were not given that opportunity to evolve themselves with art and education. So I place a huge, high value on exposing children to art, in visual, musical, whatever it may be, because it changes lives. And it was also just, the Arts Mecca was just a safe place to just hang out and use the internet, or read a book or whatever. And that's what Dalen's doing with this place in St.Johns. So I pretty much just want to do anything I can in my power to help her thrive. So with my limited resources, that really just means supporting in any way with my art. So every once in a while she'll have something and I'll maybe donate a piece for a silent auction or paint a mural. And hopefully eventually, as things progress with that space, we've talked about maybe doing a teen mural project, right? Dalen and I could lead a group of teens to revitalize and paint a huge mural somewhere. So fingers crossed, that would be awesome. And anyway, so yes, so I painted these two doors, these two bathroom doors. The first one I painted, I didn't even think about recording YouTube, so I'm sorry, but I did manage to record my second session, which was on the second door. So I do have footage of that, which you can see in just a moment. So yeah, I just did kind of a time-lapse kind of thing. So, and they're just clips of the various process. So check it out. Okay, so first of all, here's the space. Here's just a little tour. It's not completely finished. They're just moving in. Marrow is just moving into this space, and they've repainted this really warm color I love. And there is evidence of their opening show still up. There's some art on the walls that was for silent auction. I wasn't really able to do a full tour because there was a group meeting in there that day that I was painting my second door, and they were called PDX Crybabies, which is the support group for people who have mental illness. So it was just so cool to walk in there and seeing the space full and being used for such an important thing. Yeah. So anyway, to begin my painting, there is a step I don't really show here. The base color of the door I painted when I painted the first door. So I went in with some leftover house paint from the fence mural commission I had done a few months back. And I painted the door this kind of sea foamy teal kind of color. Again, trying to kind of think, you know, gender neutral, and also, you know, trying to have a complementary color, something that really went well with the really awesome bright color that Dalen had chosen for the rest of the wall. So that, I think, was the best color, and it totally plays off the color. Anyway, so yeah, we initially went in, painted the doors the solid color, and then I came back and used projection, as you can see here, to project some concept sketches that I showed Dalen a few weeks prior, when she said, you know, I really want you to do something, it needs to be gender neutral to a certain degree, and she said she really loved my worm creatures. So I did some worm creature concept sketches, and so she approved them, so I just used my projector, my digital projector, to project the concepts onto the door and do like a rough outline. And then once the rough outline was finished, then I went back over my lines and made sure they were fairly solid and pretty and neat. And then once that was done, I ended up just using some white and some yellow to do some glowy yellow eyes and some glowy yellow highlights to kind of make the piece feel a little bit more dynamic. And then I also finished it off with a you know, a nice splattering of orbs, as I like to do around the piece. You know, it took me, I think, about 2 or 3 hours to do each mural, I really like the way that it turned out. Dalen's pretty excited about it too. I'm glad I chose kind of like a muted color concept. I mean, I love painting in full color with all of my arsenal, my whole palette full, but I really do also enjoy the style that I've been doing for a few years, where it's really just like a solid color, or maybe like 1 or 2 color background, featuring black and white illustrative line work and some highlights in a different color. And I think it also really works for interior spaces too. It does feel more calming. It's a little less psychedelic and intense as my full palette, my full color palette. So I was happy that she was totally fine with me using that versus doing a full color mural on both of these doors. I think they fit better into the space that way. And I really can't wait to see what the rest of the space ends up coming into. I didn't even realize, but there was actually a mural in more of like the communal hangout spot of the place that had been done by Jesse Narens. And I totally didn't even get to see that because of the group, and I just, you know, I was kind of down to business and painting, but it's just going to be such a cool space with murals. She said she's doing up the interior of the bathrooms really interestingly with like themes, and you know, there's just art and you know, I don't know, pamphlets, resources, and soon there are going to be all sorts of cool workshops that I'm hoping to participate in someday as well, as a facilitator. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed checking out the footage of my most recent mural project, and I hope there will be another mural project for me to show you soon, because I absolutely love it. As much as I love painting and drawing on a small scale, there's just something so refreshing about being able to like tackle something a little bit larger and really kind of use your whole body to create, and I love it. I love it. So anywho, let's see, what else can I report? There's going to be an art show at the end of the or at the beginning of next month. So I'm working on some pieces for that. So far I've finished a skateboard painting, which I actually did just go ahead and list in my Etsy shop, you know, just in case, and I can always whip something else up for the show, but let me show you that. Okay, so here's my most recent skateboard painting. It is a full acrylic, full color painting on a broken skateboard deck. See, it is quite broken. A buddy of mine, Sneaky Jake, he traded some stickers and some small original works for his broken skateboard collection, because I really do love painting on broken skateboards. But yeah, it's kind of like a Victorian inspired maiden. Definitely questionable origin, seeing that she has green skin and my signature dagger pupil over here. And again, I'm just still having a lot of fun with my eyeball roses. So she's clutching a bouquet of eyeball roses. Yeah, so it's kind of like a portrait with bouquet. Other than that, I'm working on some new sticker concepts. It's been a while, so I'd like to do some new stickers, and I'm also very close to doing a new sketchbook tour. Yay! I know you guys really like the sketchbook tours, so I'm pretty excited. I only have like maybe 5 more pages to go on my sketchbook before we can do that, so stay tuned. But yeah, check out my Etsy shop if you're interested in collecting some work. That's lucidopticlab.etsy.com. If you're interested in becoming a patron and supporting me that way, go to patreon.com/ChelseaRoseArts. And I've been posting frequently on Instagram, which is @LucidRose, and I also share those posts on my Facebook artist page, which is Chelsea Rose Arts. And you know, Essential Hub is my website, which I have recently bedecked, recently revamped, and I think it's very pretty, is chelsearosearts.com. Okay, if you are interested in exploring Marrow yourself and you are local, I encourage you to do that. See how you can get involved or support it. Or if you know of any teens who could benefit or might be interested about the space, check it out. Their website is marrowpdx.org. They are raising funds on their website, so do check it out and click the fundraising link. Anywho, thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye-bye.